the simplest observations can be the most profound. Cycles seem to be at the center of the natural world. Castor canadensis spends its days chipping down trees for food and building materials. Creating wetlands that support a microcosm of life. Like everything that's ever lived before it, the beaver eventually dies. Becoming nutrients for the very saplings of the trees he toppled. Milkweed turns to chemistry to defend itself. Most grazers will be poisoned by ingesting the plant. The monarch caterpillar, however, is among the exceptions. The bright, eye-catching markings on the caterpillar is an ideogram to insectivores, communicating the idea that the milkweed's poison has been ingested, but the proteins have not been broken down, and the caterpillar has taken on the protective properties of the milkweed's poisons. This trick of biology has a price, however. The caterpillar has become dependent on this single plant for its survival. The caterpillar transforms into a butterfly that will eventually return to the milkweed to lay its eggs on its poisonous protector. Larger cycles of seasons and the rise and fall of water in the Great Lakes can create new challenges for life. Ice on Lake Huron breaks up to reveal higher than usual water levels. Forested peninsulas become islands of sticks, with no ground and no leaves. Some islands act as resting spots between fishing trips. Others are so wind-whipped and wave-battered that they seem entirely unsuitable for life. 95% of all species are smaller than your thumb. So to see the drama unfold on these islands, you'll have to look a little closer. The long-jawed orb weaver is the sole inhabitant of this outcropping of sticks. To slip into the water to make an aquatic escape would risk becoming a meal for a toothy predator hundreds of times her size. The orb weaver makes a web that's horizontal to the water, making it more effective to catch insects that are emerging from the lake. Predator and prey become bound to each other throughout time. They select for characteristics by dictating what members of the respective species will live or die. A moth's wings are covered with tiny scales. If a moth has the misfortune to collide with a spider's web, the scales stick to the web and detach from the wing, preserving its autonomy. Some moths use the light of celestial bodies to navigate, and they become easily confused by man-made lights. The light from a reef lighthouse, meant to steer ships out of danger, tricks the ancient programming of the moth's mind into thinking it's a star or moon, delivering this moth to its transformation. From self to sustenance. Its breakaway scales were not enough to save it from the elastic cables created from the specialized spinnerets on the back of the orb weaver. Isolation on islands can lead to species developing new adaptations. Given enough time, this spider's distant relatives could become a different species than its ancestors on the mainland of Michigan's peninsula. Although the violence of the Great Lakes will never allow this island of sticks to stand long enough for that to happen. For now, the cycles of the Great Lakes have isolated a single hunter on an island that it will never escape.